What? You recorded? You coward. Is it about money? Is money really that important to you? I'll pay you back that measly amount of money right now. My mother-in-law shook off her son and took out $10,000 from the dresser, throwing it at me. Just let me use the money however I want. I can't go gambling now that you're staying at home all day. I was overwhelmed by her force, but my sister-in-law managed to subdue her. I'm sorry for doubting you, Paula. Let me take responsibility for this mess myself. My name is Paula. I met my husband Titus when we were both in college. I remember him coming up to me and saying he had fallen in love at first sight. I had also fallen for him at first sight, but I was too embarrassed to say so and kept my feelings to myself. I was drawn to his ability to express his emotions so openly, as I tended to hold back in social situations. So when he proposed to me, I was overjoyed and said yes on the spot. Now, our life as a married couple is very happy. But there is one thing that troubles me. My mother-in-law. My husband hardly ever goes back to his parents' house since his father passed away, so we only see her a few times a year. But 2 weeks ago, she got injured and is now temporarily living with us. Paula, I'm sorry for causing you trouble. At first, I thought she was a calm person, but problems arose shortly after we started living together. Paula, I need to talk to you. When I came home that day, my mother-in-law had a serious expression on her face. What's wrong? Are you okay? Well, my mother-in-law told me that she had debts and caught up in a scam. Oh, I think you should talk to Titus about it. No, that's absolutely not allowed. Why not? Actually, according to my mother-in-law, she was scammed in the past, and at that time, she was blamed by her husband and son. Can I ask what the contents of the scam were? Oh, well, a person claiming to be my son called and said that he had hit a luxury car with his bicycle and was being asked for money. But at that time, I couldn't bother my husband and thought it would be easier to settle it with money if possible. I see. But how old was Titus at that time? I think he was in high school. Wait, she mistook her own sons whom she sees every day? I was so frustrated at that time, not just about Titus, but also about my husband's work. I couldn't just stand there and do nothing. Besides, if this incident also caused trouble for Titus, I still can't say anything. Was Titus's name brought up again this time? Sort of. He didn't claim to be Titus, but he said he was being charged with adultery and was being asked for compensation. That's why I couldn't tell you at the time. My husband wouldn't cheat. That's impossible. I trust him. There's no way he could do something like that unless he was serious about someone else. And he would definitely tell me everything without hiding anything. Did you borrow that money by taking out a loan? Yes, but I'm not working. So borrowing $30,000 was the most I could do. I felt a chill down my spine hearing that. Where did you borrow the money from? Could it be from a loan shark? That's a bigger problem than being scammed. I think we should tell Titus right away. The reason I'm so worried is that my husband is a police officer. If he finds out that a family member got involved with a loan shark, Titus's career could be ruined. Don't worry, I'm not that stupid. I just borrowed from a friend, so it's okay. Oh, I see. So, the reason you were telling me about this? Well, I was wondering if you could lend me some money. You see, I'll receive my pension in a month, so I can pay you back then. Please, keep this from Titus. I promise to pay you back. I couldn't refuse my trembling mother-in-law. I would never fall for such a scam, but there are many people like my mother-in-law who have been victimized. They are the kind of people who are honest and always think of helping others first. And my mother-in-law is probably one of those kind-hearted people too. I understand. There, let's return everything at once. I want to tell Titus about this. But please, be careful from now on. If you receive another call like that, please contact me first. Thank you so much, Paula. But for this payment, $10,000 is enough, you know? Because if we suddenly pay the full amount, she might think that I had the money all along. I want to handle this properly, since we will continue to have a relationship with her. Oh, is that so? So, could you lend me $10,000 for now? Oh, okay. I thought I didn't really understand what my mother-in-law was trying to say, but as long as her debt was paid off, there wouldn't be any problem. At that time, I considered my mother-in-law's feelings and couldn't tell my husband about it. A while after this secret conversation, I became a full-time teleworker. But this change in my daily life revealed my mother-in-law's true nature. Paula, are you off work today? No, I'm working from home starting today. Is that so? Don't worry. I will work in my room and prepare my own lunch. Please use your time as usual. Really? Thank you. Although I tried my best, my mother-in-law's face was still cloudy. It was understandable, since I was going to be at home all day, which was a change from my mother-in-law's usual routine. However, I was too busy to leave my room, except for using the bathroom and eating lunch. I thought that my mother-in-law would eventually get used to this situation. During my lunch break, I went downstairs to go to the nearby deli. Do you need anything from the deli? Hi, Paula. Long time no see. My sister-in-law Jenna was in the living room, and I opened the door to greet her. Hi, Jenna. How have you been? I'm going to the deli. Do you want me to get you something? No, thanks. Okay. Mother, do you want anything? Oh, then can you please get me some coffee? Sure, I got it. I met my sister-in-law for the first time in several months. It's wonderful to see how close they are as a family. However, since then, my sister-in-law has been visiting her parents-in-law's house most every day. If she can come and check on her mother-in-law every day, isn't it necessary for us to live together, even if it's for a limited time? I'm beginning to wonder if there is any meaning to our cohabitation. Hey, Titus, about your sister? That day, I told my husband about Jenna. Huh? She comes here every day? Yeah, she sure does. Then, what's the point of us living together? You think so too, right? Yeah, I mean, Mom is surprisingly energetic. Yeah. And besides, it seems like she can't relax since I started remote working. It's not like anything bad is happening, but I feel bad making her worry about me staying all day. So I've been going to the deli to buy lunch every time. And I even ask them if they want anything. Paula, are you getting paid for that? Huh? No, I'm not. I never asked. Well, we should charge them for it. Your mother is paying off debt. I can't accept money from her like that. When I fell silent, my husband headed to his mother's room. Mom! What? Don't startle me like that. Don't take advantage of Paula. What are you talking about? I shook my head vigorously behind my husband towards my mother-in-law. If you want us to do the shopping, please pay us properly. No, Titus. It's me. I went to the deli without asking. Doing things like that without proper communication is not good. Let's establish clear boundaries for these things. Mom, do you understand? Yes. Also, I heard that Jenna comes here every day. Titus continued. It felt like I'm tattling on my husband. But please think about how it affects me to see her every day. Even though I love my husband's straightforwardness. If Jenna can come here every day, Then what's the point of us living here? She just come by to check on me, but always leave quickly. You're lying. I can hear that conversation through the wall. Anyway, if Jenna can make time to visit so often, we need to sit down and talk. How about this weekend? The next day, as I was about to take off to grab some lunch, my sister-in-law stopped me. Paula, I have something to tell you. Yes? You buy lunch at the deli every day, don't you? Yeah, I do. That's unfair, isn't it? Hey, Jenna, stop it. Mom, you can't say it, so I'll say it. Paula, that money belongs to my mother, doesn't it? You're unbelievable. Excuse me? I was hit with words I never imagined from my sister-in-law. Is this money my mother-in-law's? What is she saying? All the money I used to buy lunch is from my own earnings. What are you saying? Paula, you've been cooped up in your room all day, doing nothing, right? Huh? That's not true. I'm actually a full-time employee, you know? My job can be done with just a computer. So I became a remote worker. Wait a sec. Let me bring my laptop. Here. This is how I work. I'm just currently on lunch break, and I do work every day, you know? My sister-in-law stares at the laptop screen. Mom, what's going on? No, that's what I wanted to ask. Enough already. Paula, don't drag my daughter into your lies. Huh? I'll tell you straight today. You've reached your limit. Get out of this house right now. I'll forget the money I lent you. You won't be able to pay it back anyway, will you? Huh? But I am the one who lent you the money. Wait, what's going on? Paula, you got scammed, right? Oh, I see. That's when I realized that I had been deceived by my mother-in-law. Okay, I understand. I will leave. I'll be out by the weekend. Anyway, my lunch break is over, so I'll excuse myself now. After that, I left without seeing my mother-in-law, or rather, she seemed awkward and avoided me. I only told my husband that we were moving. He was curious about what happened, but he understood when I said I would tell him everything after it was all over. On the day of the move, my sister-in-law appeared. Paula, I'm just worried. Did I do something disrespectful to you? What? What's going on? You're on this too, Jenna? Tell me what's going on. Well, never mind. We finished packing, so it doesn't matter anymore. I told them both the truth calmly. What? I heard the same thing from my mom. But, Paula, you were the victim in her story. I heard that she was scammed twice, but she asked me to keep it secret from you, Titus. How much money did you give my mother? I gave her $10,000, and I was planning to give her the remaining $20,000 next month. What? Oh no. Could she be... My sister-in-law rushed to my mother-in-law's room. Are you still gambling, Mom? What? Why are you suddenly asking me that? I'm not gambling. Then what about the story that you lent money to Paula? You said it yourself, Mom. Did I say that? I've been forgetting things a lot lately, you know? Maybe I should go to the hospital. Jenna and my husband are giving their mother cold looks. You borrowed money from me, remember? Did I? I don't remember. I really think I'm sick. You know what they say? Multiple personality disorder. It was on TV the other day. I see. Well, maybe if you listen to this, you'll remember. I took out my cell phone. What's that? Mother, our conversation from that time is recorded on this. $10,000 is a lot of money, so I recorded it just in case. I'll play it for you now. So please listen carefully. Before I could finish my sentence, my mother-in-law jumped up and lunged for my phone. But my husband restrained her before she could reach it. As expected of a police officer, his movements were quick. "How dare you record me? You coward! Is it about money? Is money really that important? Here, take this damn money!" My mother-in-law shook off her son and took out $10,000 from the dresser, throwing it at me. "I can't go gambling now that you're staying at home all day." I was overwhelmed by her force, but my sister-in-law managed to subdue her. "I'm sorry for doubting you, Paula. Let me take responsibility for this mess myself." Before I could answer, my sister-in-law took action. "You idiot! You went and wasted the money you borrowed from someone." "What? Where did my sweet sister-in-law go?" I looked at my husband in surprise. He said, "Well, in my family, Dad and that sister of mine were rulers." "No, that doesn't make any sense, too." "Pick up the money and return it to Paula in person." "You idiot." Trembling, my mother-in-law collected the scattered bills as my sister-in-law urged her on. "Here, please take these, Paula. All $10,000 have been collected. Please accept my deepest apology, Paula. I'm sorry. I will make sure to educate her properly so that this does not happen again in the future." After that, my husband and I never met my mother-in-law again. Sometimes my sister-in-law would update me on her current situation. My mother-in-law began working a part-time job due to my sister-in-law's strict education. My sister-in-law's family had moved in with my mother-in-law, and they were still keeping an eye on things. "Is your sister some kind of gang boss or something?" Once things had settled down, I asked my husband. "No, she's not." "But her imposing manner made me think she was." "That was just her way of setting things straight with you." "Oh, I see. But I'm glad that Jenna's misunderstanding of me has been cleared up." "She hates dishonesty, you know. Actually, she wanted to become a police officer like Dad and me. But she had an accident when she was young, and her eye was injured. That's why she couldn't become a police officer." "I see." "But now, she has found fulfillment in getting back Mom on the right track. By the way, Paula, you've learned your lesson this time, right?" "Oh, I'm sorry." "We shouldn't keep secrets from each other as a couple, right? If you had told me about this, things wouldn't have ended up like this." "Yes, I know what you mean, huh?" "But you were smart. You recorded the conversation." "Oh, about that? Actually, I didn't." "Huh. So luck was on your side, huh? By the way, Jenna's crackdown was super entertaining." "Yeah, right. I wish I had recorded it." We laughed while remembering the events of that day. If we learned something from this horrible experience, it is not to keep secret from each other. I have promised myself that from now on, I will consult my husband about everything.